viral dances, absurd life hacks, emotional glow-ups. For a week, I decided to dive headfirst into the chaotic heart of Gen Z internet culture, TikTok challenges. Could I, a mere mortal, or perhaps a slightly bewildered millennial Gen Z elder, keep up? Would I become a viral sensation, or just a cautionary tale? I attempted one trending challenge every day for 7 consecutive days. Here's what happened. Welcome to I did TikTok challenges for a week. Here's what I learned. If you've ever secretly filmed a TikTok dance in your living room, hit like. If you're ready to see how deep the rabbit hole goes, definitely subscribe. Day 1, the viral dance challenge. Day 1, it had to be a dance. I chose the espresso dance, a routine that seemed to live permanently on my For You page. The tutorial made it look so simple: a few sharp hip sways, some intricate hand gestures, a confident hair flip. I watched it on a loop, allowing my brain to absorb the steps. I practiced in front of the mirror, feeling a surge of what I can only describe as unearned confidence. I was ready. Then I hit record. What followed was a masterclass in awkwardness. My body, it turned out, had not received the memo from my brain. My hips moved a full second behind the beat. My hands, meant to be sharp and precise, looked like I was trying to conduct an orchestra during an earthquake. The final video was a monument to being mid. It was less viral sensation and more distress signal. But in that failure, I found my first insight. These dances are a perfect illustration of social learning theory. Media psychologists have long argued that we learn by observing and imitating others. TikTok has weaponized this. The platform's very design, with its duet and stitch features, is built for mimicry. Seeing thousands of people, from celebrities to your next-door neighbor, participate in a shared cultural moment creates an almost irresistible urge to join in. It's not just about dancing, it's about belonging to a massive global in-the-know community. My lesson for the day. The effortless grace of these 15-second clips masks hours of practice and an incredible amount of coordination. Gen Z possesses a kind of digital native physical literacy that is genuinely impressive. Day 1 was a humbling physical defeat, but I was undeterred. Day 2, however, would test my sanity in the kitchen. Day 2, the TikTok life hack, 3-minute recipe. For day 2, I ventured into the seductive world of TikTok life hacks, a universe where every problem has a shockingly simple 30-second solution. I settled on a viral recipe for one-pan feta pasta, a dish that promised gourmet results with minimal effort. The video was slick, a montage of perfectly diced tomatoes, a pristine block of feta, and glistening noodles, all set to a trending sound. It looked foolproof. My attempt was anything but. My kitchen quickly transformed into what looked like the aftermath of a food fight. The feta didn't melt into a creamy sauce. It became a lumpy, oily mess. The one-pan promise conveniently ignored the cutting board, the knife, the colander, and the sheer volume of paper towels I used for cleanup. The final product was a questionable pinkish blob that tasted vaguely of disappointment. It was a culinary crime scene. This experience perfectly encapsulates the uses and gratifications theory. This framework suggests we actively choose media to satisfy specific needs, in this case, the need for novelty and instant solutions. TikTok's endless scroll of hacks provides a constant stream of quick fixes, feeding our modern craving for immediate gratification. But the lesson here was stark. The curated perfection on screen is an illusion. These videos are a form of performance art edited to erase the mess and the struggle. True life hacks are rare. Most are just clever content, and some things in life, like making a decent meal, actually require more than 3 minutes and a single pan. Day 3, the innocent prank challenge. By day 3, my ego was bruised and my kitchen was a mess. I needed a win. I opted for what seemed like a safe bet, a harmless prank. The trend was simple: pretend to get a call from a celebrity and see how your friend reacts. I chose my roommate as the target, set up my phone to film secretly, and prepared my Oscar-worthy performance. "Hello, Taylor Swift," I said into my phone, my voice a carefully crafted mix of shock and awe. My roommate, who had been engrossed in his phone, looked up. His eyes widened. "No way," he whispered. I continued the charade, discussing my fictional plans to join her on tour. He was completely hooked. He started texting his friends, his thumbs flying across the screen. He was planning his +1 outfit. The prank was working too well. The reveal when it came was less a moment of shared laughter and more a quiet, crushing wave of disappointment for him. The humor in these pranks comes from subverting relatable social situations. But I learned that the line between a fun prank and just being mean is razor thin and often depends on the target's personality. These challenges highlight Gen Z's comfort with documenting and performing their private lives for public entertainment, but they also reveal a potential blind spot when it comes to the emotional fallout. My takeaway was that a successful prank requires not just a clever idea, but a deep understanding of your audience. And maybe don't mess with a Swiftie's dreams. Day 4, the Fashion Transformation Challenge. Day 4 was about aesthetics and identity. I decided to tackle a fashion transformation attempting to embody the deconstructed tailoring microtrend. Think blazers with strategic cutouts, asymmetrical skirts, and an overall vibe of business casual meets the apocalypse. It's edgy, it's chic, and on TikTok it looks incredibly cool. I dove into my closet with a pair of scissors and a dangerous amount of confidence. I snipped a sleeve off an old blazer. I tried to style a button-down shirt in a way that was intentionally askew. The process of filming the before and after transition shots was an exercise in awkward posing. The final result, I looked less like a high-fashion model and more like I had survived a minor industrial accident. My outfit wasn't giving edgy, it was giving, I got dressed in a hurricane. This challenge was a window into how TikTok functions as an incubator for identity expression. The platform has accelerated the trend cycle to lightning speed, creating countless digital tribes built around shared aesthetics. Participating in these trends is a way to signal belonging, but it's also exhausting. The pressure to constantly adapt and perform a new identity is immense. My learning for the day was that these aesthetics are more than just clothes. They're a carefully curated performance. Nailing the vibe is an art form, and my attempt was at best a clumsy forgery. I'm halfway through this TikTok roller coaster, and my social battery is running low. But what about you? What's your favorite TikTok challenge you've ever seen or tried? Drop a for a dance, A for a life hack, or a for any other challenge you love in the comments below. I need some new ideas or commiseration. Day 5, the Makeup/Glow Up Challenge. On day 5, I faced my reflection and attempted a makeup transformation. The challenge was the Ye 2016 versus 2024 trend, a side-by-side comparison of the heavy, full glam look of the past with today's minimalist, clean girl aesthetic. I started with 2016 thick, blocky eyebrows, heavy contour, and a matte liquid lipstick that felt like cement. It was a nostalgic, cringy trip down memory lane. Then came the 2024 side. Sheer foundation, feathered brows, a touch of cream blush. It was supposed to look effortless. My version looked like I had just woken up from a nap. But then came the real magic, the filter. With a single tap, a popular beautifying filter smoothed my skin, enlarged my eyes, and balanced my uneven contouring. Suddenly, both sides of my face looked flawless. The transformation was instant and profound. This experience was a direct hit to my brain's dopamine reward system. Neurobiologically, social media interactions like likes, comments, and even the visual reward of a perfected filtered image trigger a release of dopamine, the neurotransmitter of anticipation and motivation. This creates a powerful feedback loop that keeps us coming back for more validation. It's a digital slot machine for self-esteem. My lesson was a bit unsettling. The most effective glow up wasn't my skill, but an algorithm. It highlighted the seductive power of digital perfection and the fine line between creative expression and harmful self-deception. Day 6, the Kindness Challenge. After a week of navel-gazing, Day 6 offered a much-needed change in perspective. I decided to participate in a wholesome kindness challenge. The premise was simple: perform small, random acts of kindness and document the experience. I started by buying a coffee for the person behind me in line. Then I spent 30 minutes leaving genuine positive comments on videos from small creators with hardly any views. Finally, I went to a local park and offered sincere compliments to strangers. The initial awkwardness was real. Approaching people felt unnatural, but with each interaction something shifted. The woman whose dog I called handsome broke into a huge smile. The small creator whose video I praised replied with a heartfelt thank you. Unlike the other challenges, the reward here wasn't digital validation. It was a real, tangible feeling of human connection. This challenge is a beautiful example of social proof in its most positive form. When we see others engaging in pro-social behavior, it creates a psychological permission slip for us to do the same, fostering a sense of community and collective goodwill. It's a powerful reminder that for all the toxicity online, these platforms can also be incredible tools for mobilizing empathy. My biggest takeaway of the week was this: while a viral dance might get you views, a simple act of kindness can genuinely change someone's day and your own. Day 7, the Create Your Own Challenge. For my final day, I faced the ultimate test: could I create my own viral challenge armed with a week's worth of research? I brainstormed. It had to be simple, satisfying, and easily replicable. I landed on the #desk tidy shuffle, a quick, satisfying video of tidying one small part of your desk. I filmed it, edited it, added trending audio, and posted it. I checked my phone an hour later. 7 views, 2 of which were me. This failure was the most insightful part of the entire week. It was a crash course in the complex alchemy of virality. As media scholar Henry Jenkins describes, platforms like TikTok foster a participatory culture where the barriers to creation are incredibly low. Anyone can be a producer, but that doesn't guarantee an audience. True virality is a dance between creativity, timing, and the mysterious whims of the algorithm. I also realized I was a victim of anchoring bias. I had been anchored by the seemingly effortless success of millions of other users, which made my failure feel more profound. That bold commitment to 7 days of viral trends that anchored the level of immersion, and now the unfinished goal of going viral, will nag at me, a perfect example of the Zeigarnik effect. My final realization was a newfound respect for the creators who make it look so easy. It's not just about content, it's about community, consistency, and a deep, intuitive understanding of the platform's language. It was delusional of me to think I could just walk in and conquer it. My attempt was, in the parlance of our times, decidedly mid. Conclusion. My week of living the TikTok challenge life was a chaotic, hilarious, and surprisingly insightful journey. From awkward dance moves to genuine acts of kindness, I plunged headfirst into Gen Z's viral world. I learned that TikTok challenges are far more than just silly trends. They're a powerful force for connection, creativity, and sometimes outright absurdity. They are a modern language for community, a platform for rapid-fire identity exploration, and a powerful engine for creating shared culture. They tap into our most basic psychological drivers: the need to belong, the desire for validation, the joy of play, and the relentless pursuit of that next dopamine hit. Yes, they can be exhausting. The pressure to participate is real, and the curated perfection can be a dangerous fantasy. But at its best, this culture is a vibrant, creative space where millions of people are co-writing the story of what it means to be connected in the 21st century. Ultimately, understanding why Gen Z embraces these challenges isn't just about watching. It's about seeing how they create culture, express identity, and connect in a hyper-digital world. So choose your challenges wisely. Dive in for the fun, the connection, and the creativity, but always remember to keep it safe, keep it real, and keep it you. What's one TikTok challenge you've always wanted to try, or perhaps one you successfully conquered? Share your challenge journey in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this wild ride, hit like and subscribe, join GenShift to see what insane experiment we try next. You won't want to miss it.